Let's see, like, any major regression. So Donald is going to regress a little bit, but still, he gets an upgrade, though. So we can get him back up there a little bit. All the way down to a 96 overall. He's only 34. I think he'd keep playing. Cooper Kupp looks like he went down. Speed? 1 speed is doable. But he's entering the slower days of his career. Penny still has it, so we might bring him back. All right, so let's look at our re-signings because, I mean, Van absolutely earned this. I thought we paid Van already, but I don't know what the deal is there. I think Van should 100% be brought back here. 3 years, 21. He definitely earned that. Devin Bush played well for us. He's not asking for a ton. 76 overall. It's not like we have any other options. He had 113 tackles. I think that's worth it. So he's going to stick around. It's funny. All these guys are all of a sudden a little bit more interested in sticking around. Kyle Fuller's 32 years old. I don't think I'm going to bring Kyle Fuller back. Brian Allen was a backup. We'll let him go. Rashad Penny's asking for too much, but I might be able to get him back in regular free agency. Tutu, I think we'll let go. We just paid Van with how Muhammad played for us. I think we'll let Tutu go. Maybe we'll bring him back as a return man. These guys, if I get them, I would edit their contracts to be UDFA deals. So let's just see if they even take them. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry with those. Bobby Brown never really turned into much, but those were some good re-signings. We have our core roster intact. We do have some upgrades, so Caleb's gonna get, assuming strong arm goes up. I do want to continue to keep him balanced. Yes, he gets another throw power. Yes, exactly, Honk Boy. It's stupid that 67 overalls with no playing time or demanding starter money. Exactly. LeCounte out here. It's going to go up to a 70. Dang. Speed boost. Still only 86 speed, though. Honestly, I think we can auto these guys. So we have an off season ahead of us. We are going to do it here tonight. Let's just make sure we got all this set up for development. And then, honestly, carry boost for halfback is probably something we need. So we'll do that. So defense and running back are going to be our primary focuses this offseason. Someone did suggest we trade for Saquon Barkley. I don't think that's insanity. That'd be very like Niners trading for Christian McCaffrey style. The Giants, I don't think, have really done much. He's 28, so it's like back end of his prime. Pretty sure they weren't good last year. They were 8-9. I kind of like the idea, but let's look at free agency and see what's available. I mean, Nick Chubb's a free agent at 29. Why would we, other than Pat Surtain, I don't hate a lot of these guys hitting the market. I think it's actually pretty realistic for a lot of these guys. No team's interested in Nick Chubb. We're just going to ignore Pat Surtain. Not going to sign him. That's not realistic for him to hit it. Other than that, I think this is realistic. Chris Godwin definitely is realistic because they drafted Marvin Harrison. So, honestly, Nick Chubb, 29 years old. We got the money for it. I'm heavily thinking about that. Give him a 3-year, $40 million contract. We could consider a tight end. I'm pretty happy with the state of our O-line. So if we just look through, like, obviously quarterback, not a need. Running back, we know is a need. Wide receiver, I'm quite happy. We might want to draft a guy, but I'm quite happy with these as our 3. Muhammad, Cup. We could use a little bit of speed, so we can look at Tutu, or maybe someone suggested Brandon Cooks in the chat. But O-line, we're good at left. Avila's solid. McGovern, Haynes, Havenstein, like, it's a fine group. It's a fine group. I think D-line, definitely. We still have a Reader there, which is nice. We brought back our linebackers. Corner, these guys played really well for us, but safety absolutely would be somewhere we'd look to spend. So I think as far as spending money, I'm going to look at running back and free safety. And then if we strike out there, maybe tight end. Or if we still have room after that, maybe. So I'm going to give Chubb 3 years, $40 million. I think he'll like that quite a bit. Not going to cripple us. So we could go Eddie Jackson, who definitely knows this system. That'd be pretty... Derek Forrest knows this system. I do love me some Derek Forrest. He's got a little bit more upside and long-term play there. I think Forrest, honestly, although I like the idea of Eddie Jackson, I think Forrest makes a little bit more sense for our long-term plans. 3 years, 15.3 mil is a pretty good deal there. I think we're going to go that route. And then we can definitely look at tight end. We got plenty of money. Freiermuth is tempting. I have always loved Freiermuth. Jonnu definitely knows this system would be really good here. Honestly, Jonnu's probably a good path. Just 1 year. Can we just get Jonnu for 1 year? So we're not kind of overspending there. And then let's look at wide receiver. Cooks doesn't have any offers, so I could see going Cooks. But what other speed threats do we have there that are a little bit cheaper? Mecole Hardman could fill that. Tutu does not have any offers. I think I'd rather bring Tutu back on a cheap... deal. I don't even want to give him that much. I don't know if he'll be interested in this, but we'll start there. Sick. We got Chubb. We got Forrest. We're the top offers here. I doubt they... Oh, Jonnu got a deal from Tampa. I kind of convinced myself that Jonnu was going to be good for us, but Gerald Everett is the same player. Evan Ingram, too, can kind of be that guy. Irv can be that guy. I really don't want to pay too much for this player. Everett and Jonnu are the same guy. I'm just going to give the same deal to Everett that I was going to give to Jonnu. He's got 2 bars there, so I think we got a good chance. Yeah, Everett started his career here, so that's a fun little way for him to end it. Let's go ahead and advance. Freiermuth to the Panthers is really nice, Honk Boy. Agreed. That's a good signing for Bryce Young and the boys out east. So we're still at top offers here. We're going to let those just sit. Our draft prep is definitely lacking here, but luckily we don't have a ton of needs. Can kind of just go with who looks like the best player. I definitely think pass rush is going to be our priority in the draft. So the Cardinals are getting in on Everett. Tutu's interest has gone up, so that's good. Let's look at tight end again. So Evan Ingram does not have any offers. We keep getting outpriced here, so we're going to go 1 year, $8 million. Nah, he's more interested, and he's older. So let's lowball him a little bit. Yeah, no upgrades on the O-line, so I think we're good. And Judy doesn't have any offers. It's certainly interesting. I mean, if Judy wasn't getting any offers, I'd throw him a 1 year. I'd throw him a 1 year, $15 million contract, a total prove it deal if the market wasn't there for him. I don't think that's unrealistic, honestly. You think Judy and Van Jefferson are redundant? I disagree. I think they're complementary because we're gonna have Mushin and Kupp in the slot. I mean, that's a pretty Sean McVay Rams thing to do. Like, that's basically what they did with Allen Robinson. All right, we got them both. That's a good deal for Tutu. Just to have a kick returner, a little speed. And Judy, definitely an opportunity to make some more money for someone else. I don't know if we'd pay him, but, you know, the nice thing about bringing Judy in is he has number 1 wide receiver upside, and Cooper Kupp's not getting any younger here. So if he plays well, we can make that transition. But let's go to the draft. This team is going to be sick, dude. We have added some talent. We didn't get Ingram, right? Or our tight end? We did. We got Ingram, too. Dang, so we brought back Tutu. We added Nick Chubb, Jerry Jeudy, and Evan Ingram. That's freaking taking advantage of a rookie contract right there. So I want to use this on some pass rushers. I haven't even looked at this draft class yet. So anyone that doesn't have their stuff fully scouted here, that should be useful right there with those 3. And we're just going to probably play this by ear. Let's do a little bit of scouting beforehand with these pass rushers. So, Jerron Wilder out of Arizona looks very good. Balanced player, not a super athlete. I wouldn't trade up for him, but I would take him round 1 if he were there. This is going to be more of an interior player, which I'm not saying no to, because our interior guys are Donald and Reader, but he's not much of a pass rusher, so I don't know if I'd spend a round 1 on him. These guys we tried to use our focus player on, so we'll have to check back on draft day there. Let's advance and then revisit this 1 second. See if the focus players even worked. So we got a 2nd and 3rd round pick, B finesse moves, but D block shedding. I'm not very interested in that. Really either of these guys, honestly. Not super interested. But this guy, Matt Weavers, was a focus player. Pretty good athlete. I would spend a round 1 pick on him. I wouldn't trade up for him. Lance Hunter, really good athlete. Needs to work on the power a little bit, but 21 years old. I would spend a 1st round on him. Joseph Woodson, bigger bodied dude. Probably not a scheme fit for us. What about the outside backers? This guy, no thanks. Josh Sweat at left outside linebacker from Iowa. I guess that's not that unique of a name. Could happen. I mean, this guy's got elite speed. He's a linebacker, but if he's there, I'm not going to rule that out. This guy looks good too. I love that he's also a pass rusher. I mean, both these guys mid rounds could be a potential upgrade at linebacker. This guy looks good too. 24 years old with elite speed. Man. Okay, we might get an off-ball backer there, 2nd, 3rd round. What about right outside? Not enough scouting on him. So the edge guys, there's a couple 1st-round edge guys we like, but probably not good enough that we're like trading up for them. So let's just get into it. I'm not going to trade up. We're just going to get to our pick. We'll see if either of those guys are still there. Probably not. No, they are not. So we are going to have to forget edge. Defensive tackle. This guy is a great athlete. He has B finesse moves, B power moves. We could risk that his block shedding is okay. Definitely tempting, but we definitely just want to go best player available. This guy looks good. He's got size. He's a good athlete. He's got B press, B zone. Man is C. I think this is pretty safe. The only question would be a wide receiver. I mean, he does have elite speed. Nate Long. We just kind of invested it there, though, and that's kind of another 2-2. I don't think we need to go that route. I think I'm going to take the corner. These guys aren't first-round talents, although this dude, nah. Let's take the corner. Pat Blair from Wake. Normal dev, but he's 21. I'm all right with that. And then I'm going to look at those linebackers. Unless that wide receiver's still there. No. So we had some linebackers we really liked in this draft. The left outside backers that would play inside for us. All three of these guys looked good. They all have... I feel like this guy, at 24 years old, like, I feel like he's a plant. Like, he's going to be one of those special EA players. He's not super well scouted, though. That's the thing. Honk, you think the 93 speed for 4.37 is disappointing? I think that's pretty much spot on. I mean, we weren't crazy about either of these guys. This guy, 22, good athlete. I think we're going to take him now because the pass rushes in this class were just not very good. This is definitely not our rookie draft, I'll say that. But we do have another pick coming right up here, so we can circle back here, I think. So we can go with the 21-year-old who does not have elite speed, D block shedding. I think I'd rather take the 24-year-old. This guy's 5'11". He does have elite speed. C block shedding. I feel like we already have Devin Bush. Let's take CJ Stringer. I feel like this guy's going to be really good. Normal dev. Bummer. I thought he was a gem. I think these guys are going to be good players. They just aren't going to have the dev that we want. Okay, let's take a look at a developmental tight end. Whoa. Vertical threat with a run block. Good speed. Not great speed. He's 6'6". B awareness. Little bit risky. What about O-line? Anybody stand out on the O-line? I bet this guy's not bad. And our center is 32 years old. Let's take J.D. Myers. He looks... There we go. Hidden dev. That's exactly what we needed. Good job. Is that tight end still there? No. This guy is, though. He's got that Jonnu build. 6'3", 260. He's got good strength. He's got A awareness. Let's take a gamble on Matthew Jones here. Only 80 speed. But he could be a solid tight end, too, for us. Out of USC, keeping him close to home. All right. Running back. We see any talent here? It's basically a 6th-round pick here, so... Sure. Although we still have the other young... We got the other young guys. 4.3 speed out of Harvard. Why not? 95 speed? All right. I'm not going to ever complain about getting a 95 speed receiver in the 6th round out of Harvard. Let's look at some D-tackle depth. Yeah, Andre Yosevich type, exactly. All right, this guy's got B finesse moves. Dudley Frederick. What the heck? A 6'3". Whoa, I think this is like a unique player. Whoa. I think this is one of those unique players. 6'3", 265 defensive tackle. He's got A finesse moves. I mean, what the heck? If he's going to work anywhere, it's going to be here. I was already looking at this Otis Mims guy. Fall into the 7th round. I mean, usually these guys end up sucking. But how bad could he be? He's a good athlete. All right. Let's see what these let's see how these guys are. Let's see what happened at the top of the draft too, because we skipped through that. So Greg Kramer to the Commanders, Cliff Lepet to the Titans. Browns get a top receiver. A new Hunter to the Vikings. Tight end to the Packers. Nothing too crazy there, but let's you like seeing quarterback off the board for the first 2 picks. Let's look at our draft one more time here. If I can just remember what team we are for a second. I think I passed us about 3 times there. So, Pat Blair. I guess it's easier to just do this, huh? 75 overall. He's pretty good. I mean, he's got good catching, good block shedding. I think we'll live with that. Spencer Sessions. So this guy is going to go to outside backer for us. He is definitely not going to start for us. That was definitely not a great pick, but maybe can be a rotational guy for us. We also take CJ Stringer, who is just not what we thought he would be. I really thought this guy was going to be good, but he's kind of trash. I saw the elite speed. I mean, what even? 86 speed? Yeah, that's not looking like a great first 3 rounds for us. I think this corner is going to be good for us, though. We just got to develop him. I do love this pick, though. J.D. Myers, 72 overall. That saves our draft. Matthew Jones here, 66 is not bad for a backup tight end. He's got good blocking, so I'm happy with that. Zach Thomas with some speed. This guy is super interesting. He's got 76 finesse moves. I mean, he's 6'3", 265. I feel like we should just put him at outside backer. You don't like 44? I mean, Marlon Humphrey wears 44. I like 44. Yeah, he's better. He's better as a stand-up edge than he is inside. So he's just going to make a conversion. And then Otis Mims. That's not horrible for a 7th round pick. So let's rip through this preseason, and then we're going to be on our way. Definitely don't need to add anything other than undrafted pickups, but let's take a peek. Just looking for a balanced Joe Walton. This guy looks pretty solid out of Clemson. So we'll bring him in. Let's get our wide receiver room's already pretty good. This guy looks good, though. He's big, fast. 6 foot, 220, 91 speed. Damn, dude. This guy fits us well. Let's bring Matt Jones in. Tight end. I think we're good. We got a deep tight end room. Another Kyle Anderson out of Alabama. D-end. Usually the undrafted D-ends kind of stink, so not expecting much here. So a little slot type Jeremiah Van Buren. Sure. Bring him in. Yeah, I feel like we could definitely use some D-tackle depth because we lost. Let's bring Rankins back. Rankins was good depth for us last year. Were there any edge guys worth a damn? Melvin Ingram, Jonathan Cooper, Rashad Weaver. Nah. So let's at least pick our focus players here. So we'll definitely go. We'll keep Myers in there, I think. Let's keep going Caleb. Let's get him up to like a 99. That'll be good for the sim long term. Man, Judy's only 26. It'll be curious to see what we can do with him. Let's go Haynes at right guard. Let's go. God, we don't have anyone interesting on D-line. That's the one area that I was really hoping. Definitely Tyler Barron. I mean, he's going to have to eventually replace Donald. Let's keep Kool-Aid going. And let's go. Jonah's only 27. I mean, I guess I'll just go Noah Igbenogany, who's only 25. Noah was only 20 years old when he came into the league, so he'll still keep getting better. So let's just advance. We got a rematch against the Bears week 1. Let's advance through the preseason. I'm definitely not going to play as much once we start playing. Oh, we got a wide receiver mentorship. Who's it for? For Puka. You already know what we got to work on with him. Hands. Let's get our snip sound bites ready for cut week. Do our upgrades first. Tyler Barron, we're going to see a lot of these this year. I'm just going to basically rotate between power and speed all the way up. He has 71 block shed. I can live with that as long as he gets some on the way. Kobe Turner's kind of at the focus on finesse moves point of his development. A lot of depth pieces we're just going to auto. So should have a lot of pretty easy cuts to make. Let's just go position by position. I like Kyron, but man, he's just so slow. As a third down back, I'm okay with him as a backup. I think we should make a decision. I like what we have here in Joe Walton. EJ Smith's already 24. Zach Evans has barely played. I think I'm going to practice squad EJ. And I'm going to give Joe... I mean, he's got good size. He's got good athleticism. I'm going to give Joe the UDFA deal. Wide receiver. So we got Cooper, Judy, Jefferson, Tutu, Mushin Muhammad. That's 5 deep right there. I mean, Puka can be practice squadded. I think Gary Bryant's going to go practice squad. Jones Bell's going to go practice squad. Zach Thomas, we drafted him. He's going to make it. We can keep 7. The question is, do we want to keep Puka or do we want to keep Matt Jones? I think we can hold on to Matt Jones. I'll give Puka one more chance this year. 5, 6, 7. We're going to keep 7 wide receivers. Tight end. I think we can only keep 4 of these guys. So Ingram, Allen are locks. Hunter Long has really done nothing. He's only got 59 run block. I think we'll let him go. We'll keep Jakeem Bell as that speedster. We'll practice squad We'll practice, the 6'10 left tackle. Just a lot of practice squad O-linemen. We still got Logan Bruss. AJ Jackson, we're going to let you go. Brewer at left guard. I think I'll move Bruss back to guard and let that left guard go. Oh, I'm not doing my cuts. Although that was confusing because we didn't cut that guy. We just moved him to left guard. So, Brewer, goodbye. So, O-line should be in shape. Honestly, I could probably let Quinn Carroll go as well and hope that the computer doesn't add anybody. So we'll keep 9 offensive linemen. I think Ernest Brown can go at this point. We got Riley Mills, Kobe Turner. Who is this? Javante Jean-Baptiste out of Notre Dame. He's not bad, man. Let's put him on the edge. Keep him in the consideration. pretty thin on the interior, but I think we'll keep Dejuan around just for now. So we've got... I feel like Agbanyo Okoronkwo may have regressed there. He lost 4 finesse moves. Gosh. I wonder if we can make a trade. Can we trade for an edge? Our guys stink. I mean, Byron Young, we still got to keep him around. He hasn't really gotten those opportunities. I don't know if I want to cut any of those 3. Ochuan Mathis back to the practice squad. We got Barron, Marquise Lake, who we drafted. This guy was like a 2nd round pick, so it's got to be this. We'll see if we can go with those 6. Linebacker, I think we'll keep 4 there. That looks good. Corner, Sean Wade. Buren will practice squad. Travius Tomlinson, goodbye. We'll go with these 5 at corner. Safety. LeCounte, you're too slow, man. You're too slow. I'm sorry. Jason Taylor's up to 76 zone, 90 speed. I think I'm going to cut Brandon Joseph, which the Notre Dame fans won't like. And I think I'm going to cut Kenny Robinson. So there is your 53-man roster. I'm tempted to do something about the edge. Like make a big week 1 trade. Let's wrap this stream up by considering if anybody has any bad team has a really good edge that could help us out. Like the Titans getting us. I feel like Harold Landry is a pretty realistic acquisition here. They have Davenport. They got Arden Key still. What is Landry's contract at this point? Did they just give him a new one? No, there's only 2 years remaining. I think this is perfect right here. 29 years old. And I will give them Okoronkwo back. Will they do it for... Because my 2nd's late. They know we're going to be good this year. My 2nd and a 3rd next year. Will they do this? Oh, they're so close. I feel like that's a good offer. I think 2 seconds is way too much for Landry. What if we do this? If we go to franchise staff. What if we do... Oh, that's older than 30. So close. I don't know. I think giving them a scheme fit edge, a 2nd round and a 3rd round back is a very fair deal. So I'm going to force this one through. And we are officially locked and loaded for a Super Bowl run. Another one. So we'll go 2nd, a 3rd, and Okoronkwo to wrap up the stream. A massively improved offseason. The draft wasn't amazing, but we got some pieces. Big free agent year. This defense is going to be in great shape. Should be a fun year when we get around to it. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you get all caught up on TFG Plays. Definitely going to be getting a little bit more simulation heavy. But really like the team we've constructed here in a realistic fashion. But thanks for hanging out. Only one disconnect tonight, which was a win. And peace out.